looking for a relaxing getaway but want something really unique, the Martin House in Ellijay, Georgia is perfect for you. The Martin House offers a stay in the great outdoors, plus the luxury of a fine hotel. It's called glamorous camping or glamping, and it's the ideal escape, even for folks who don't like camping. When you first arrive at the Martin House, you might think this appears to be a typical bed and breakfast, but it's not. You don't stay here, you stay here in one of 3 tents strategically tucked in the woods to offer maximum privacy. With 20 acres to spread out, you can really renew your spirit in nature.
It's very private, and with intention we did that, so that you could have a tent and not really have to see the other tent. You can't see them from one another, and it gives people that experience, that camping experience. So all of nature is still around you. You still hear the birds, you hear the owls, you hear the coyotes. All of nature is right there.
But camping at the Martin House is just a little bit different.
You have a camping experience. It is glamorous camping. So you have luxurious tents, you have beds with fabulous linens, you have your own private bath. We make all of the bath products here on the property, so all the soaps and room sprays and all of that is in their room and made here. And then we also offer massage. So we have a massage therapist that works for the Martin House, and she's available. They just have to let us know ahead of time. So we take all of the things that people don't like about camping out of the picture and add a little luxury.
And guests love it.
Actually, you're in a tent. You don't feel like you're in a tent because it's, it feels like you're in a really elegant hotel room, but you're actually in a tent. And just like you're in nature, except you have all the amenities of not being in nature, which is really great. You get the best of both worlds.
Many guests at the Martin House often never leave the property during their stay.
It's different. It's not your normal, motel, city, stay busy, get up, you're exhausted when you get through with your trip. I knew it would be laid back. My husband loves to read. Yesterday we did absolutely nothing. Naps, they include breakfast, and the food is scrumptious, and then your evening meal is optional. 5 to 6 courses, very, very reasonable. They also include a happy hour in the afternoons.
Some folks pass the time strolling the many trails on the property. Others choose to investigate Joanne's organic garden. And you can even take a class here.
We're both artists, Rick and I, so we also offer classes. Rick's a photographer.
I like this one.
This one I like a lot.
I like that.
If people want to go down and make pottery, I'm a potter. Just take your clay. I put them on the wheel so they get to experience what it's like to, spin a pot, and they do some hand building, and they've made some pretty amazing stuff.
Gosh, I'd forgotten how therapeutic this is.
Oh yeah, it's very therapeutic.
But just relaxing is encouraged here too.
Our guests sit on the porch and read. They take long walks. We are here to serve our guests, so we always say anything you want. If you want a little fire, we'll build that for you, and sometimes they'll just sit with cheese and wine and just enjoy an afternoon. That's really what our guests do for the most part. We have 2 fun little towns here, little mountain towns. Ellijay is a cute little town. It's 2 miles from here, and Blue Ridge is about 14 miles. So sometimes they'll take a day and go up there, but really 80% of the time they just relax and unwind.
And to have a chance to get away from the pressures of everyday life is really appreciated by the guests.
If you want total relaxation, this is it. Escape, no TV, cell phone doesn't hardly work and it turns off. Just total escape.
Glamping has been around a long time in Europe and Africa. It was Joanne's world travel that prompted her to bring it to North Georgia, plus some encouragement from friends. The tents are made in India, and the designs are hand-stamped.
I actually own the company as well that manufactures the tents. It's called Gypsy Fair Tents, and we rent our tents as well for events. This event tent that's over here, that is one of our tents that we have our events in here on the property.
The Martin House takes its name from the family that lived here in the 1930s.
I said to Rick, this will always be the Martin House. We should name it the Martin House, but put a little Indian twist to it. And so we spelled it M-A-R-T-Y-N and put the dots over it and kind of just did a little graphic fun with it.
You can plan a stay at the Martin House from March into December. There is a 2-night minimum, but many book longer stays.
If you get here after 3 and spend the night and leave the next morning by 11, you're not really getting the experience we feel like is the value of being here. And so we just decided, well, let's make sure that everyone has that experience. So we have it a 2-night minimum. We're also an adult facility, so there's no children under 18, because we really wanted to lean to a camping, fun, creative experience for adults.
And those decisions have created a truly unusual and relaxing getaway for the Martin House guests.
Well, we were looking for something quiet and serene, peaceful, just a piece of heaven. And when you have 2 small children, that narrows a bit, and this has definitely filled that spot for us, for sure.